everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Nicole and I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark. Happy Poshfest weekend to those that were attending in Nashville this weekend, and happy Poshfest to those who didn't attend and who are watching this video as their recap and way to get in the know of all the things that Poshmark talked about. I have you covered here in this video, and I'm going to talk about all the new features that they have released this year. And I'm also going to talk about in next video, which is on Thursday, all the tips that they told us on what to do on how to make more sales. They're giving us all the information that you need to follow to make more sales. And so I hope these two videos really help you out. And I hope this helps you if you did not attend Poshfest. And maybe even if you did, it's a nice refresher to, you know, have on your mind. Make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss Thursday's video where I cover those tips and those, you know, the data points that they talked about. So let's just do a recap of the features that have been released in the last year on Poshmark, and we'll just cover those right before we get into the new ones that are going to be released this year. This is just kind of a recap of the last year on Poshmark and all the main features that have been released that have been really great for a lot of us. The first one being gift cards. I personally have not used gift cards on Poshmark, but I know a lot of you give and receive Poshmark gift cards, and I know it's a very exciting feature. So that is a great one that has been added this year. The next one is Posh Party Live, which is another thing if you do Posh shows. This is a great feature that you can use. It's kind of like integrating the Posh parties and the selling live and putting those together. So that's another really exciting feature that a lot of people have used. Another one that they released in the last year was promoted closets, and I know a lot of you feel very strongly about promoted closets, whether it's good or whether it's bad. Personally, I don't use it, but I know a lot of people have success with it, and you'll hear later in my stats video, which is next, you'll hear that there are actually some great tips with using promoted closet. So it definitely does work for some people. The next feature that has been released is shipping QR codes for sellers in Canada. So that is something that was released to US sellers 2 years back, and now you can finally do it in Canada, which is really great. The next thing that has been released is just some Posh improvements that just make the process a little bit better and a little bit easier. A big one that they released is the optional shipping discount when you use Offer to Liker. And this is a big one for me. I personally love this one. I use it all the time, and I actually find that I'm making more money this year not having to give those shipping discounts using the Offer to Likers. So it's really great, and I know a lot of other sellers really like this, so I'm glad Poshmark listened to us because this is a great feature. Okay, another one that has been released in the last year was Posh Lens, which again is just like Google Lens, and it's a great way to look up comps or find things on Poshmark like something that you already have. Okay, and the next one is actually the sale notification sound that you hear when you make a sale. So personally, I have actually never heard this sound, and when I heard them talk about this in the recap today, I kind of was like, maybe I should put my phone on loud now so I can actually hear the sound notification. I do know that they like give you confetti when you make a sale now in the actual sale, but I never knew that there was actually a sound. So let me know down below if you've heard that cha-ching sound. I know they were talking about it and they were all really ecstatic about it, and I don't know, maybe I've been missing out for the last year, but let me know down below if you've heard the sound or if you're gonna turn on your sound now so you can hear it whenever you make a sale. And the last one is any Posh show updates. So they've been releasing a lot of things over the last year to help improve Posh shows, and they are gonna continue to do that, and we are gonna talk about some features today that are going to be more improvements for Posh shows, and they're gonna really make it more enticing for people to wanna sell in Posh shows. Now let's get into what they've released for the Hackathon for Poshfest 2024. And maybe I should have mentioned, if you're not familiar with what Poshfest is, it's an event that they host every year in person, except for the year of COVID, but they host it in person in a different city, and it's a community session where you can go and meet other Poshers and learn about the new features, hear from different speakers, and try out new features, and really, you know, build that community that we love doing on Poshmark. And I personally never attend because it's never near me and I can never take off of work. And all the information that they provide is given to us in videos, and I just take notes and then I make these videos for you guys. So I find that I don't have to go. Now, if they were to put it in a location near me in the future, I would definitely attend. But as of now, they've never done one on the Upper East Coast, so for now, I'm just gonna sit back and watch it from the comfort of my own house. Okay, so like I mentioned, there are gonna be some updates to Posh shows this year that are coming out. So let's get right into those specific updates first, and then we'll move into any other feature updates. So the first big one that's gonna come out is giveaways. So I know a lot of sellers who have just kind of done their own giveaways on Posh shows and kind of have like a wheel that they spin, or, you know, whatever, they put things in a hat, and I know a lot of people do this just to entice people to want to purchase more during your show, and it really boosts the engagement. But now they are actually allowing you to do a giveaway through the Posh show, and it basically gets a little spinny wheel and it will spin automatically and then pick the winner for you. So you don't have to use any external apps, you don't have to use any external props or anything. It's all within the show, and it's extremely fair because it's, you know, through the show, so you're not like, you can't rig it in any way. I'm not really sure exactly how it's gonna work. It's gonna be interesting to see how it's incorporated, but I'm definitely excited to see this come, and maybe it would entice more people, including myself, to actually want to do lives, because people love a free giveaway. Like, who doesn't love getting free things? And if it's built in and you can just use it in the show, then I don't see why somebody wouldn't want to use it. Okay, the next one is, in addition to the share shows that you've been able to do before, now you can do it in one click. So when you go to share your item, say you're listing it, it's a brand new item, and you want to share it to a show, instead of clicking share to followers, you can click share to a show, and it will share directly to that show, and that's going to give you more visibility. And we will talk about more visibility and what that really means in the next video that I'm going to do on Thursday, but it's just really important to increase that visibility so you can get more eyes on your items. So really using this share to a Posh show with one click of a button is just going to be a really great feature for a lot of people. And something that they did mention that I wanted to make note of is anyone that uses these share show features, like the hosts, see a 2 to 3 times more likely of viewership on their items than they would if they didn't. So it's definitely a benefit to use, and it definitely entices you to you know, make more sales because you're putting your items in front of more people. Okay, so the next Posh shows feature update is going to be something called sudden death. So have you ever run a Posh show and you've had a bid war going back and forth, and it just keeps adding more time, so people just keep bidding, and you're trying to get through a certain amount of pieces in your inventory, but you know, because it's taking so long because people are just bidding back and forth, you end up not getting through as much as you wanted. So this sudden death feature is going to be great for you, because basically what it's going to do is allow you to pick, do you want this to be a sudden death auction, or do you want it to be able to keep going back and forth and have more of a bid war? So with the sudden death auction, it's going to basically allow you to say, you're setting a specific time, so maybe 30 seconds, 15 seconds, and at the end of that 15 seconds or 30 seconds, whoever has the highest bid will win, instead of it being a bid war and it keeps extending until no one else bids. So again, I've seen a lot of shows where people keep going back and forth and it keeps adding a lot of time. This is going to be great if you kind of want your sales to be quick. Now, I do understand why doing the auction kind of is beneficial, because it entices people to want to keep bidding, and so you make more money on it. But if you're just trying to get through as much inventory as possible, these sudden death bids are going to really be great for you. Okay, and another one that I'm actually really excited about, and I barely even go live anymore, but something I'm really excited about is that they've upped the listing tray in a Posh show. So it used to be only 50 listings, and now it's 100, which is double what it used to be. And I think that's really great, because I feel like I never had enough room for everything with 50 listings. And I know even 100 is not that big for people who have, you know, a lot of listings. I have 800 active listings in my closet, so that's still only a fraction of them. But I still think it's going to give people a better chance to be able to bring in a bunch of listings and a bunch of different sizes and styles and categories. And so I'm definitely excited for this, and anytime I will be going live, I will definitely be incorporating more listings into my show. It's just going to give people more things to look at, and it's going to make it so people want to stick around longer because they could see more things. I can't tell you the amount of times I've been live and I've said, oh, there's more in my closet, but you have to look around. And now I don't really have to do that. I could just say, whatever's in the show, there's 100 pieces, pick from those 100 pieces. Okay, so that is all for the Posh shows updates, but there are plenty of updates that are coming to the app that are not related to Posh shows. And the first one is including the Smart List AI. So I know we've talked about this last year, because this was actually talked about last Poshfest, but it actually didn't really come out yet. And I know they've released a, teaser for it a couple weeks ago, but basically this should be coming out really soon. And I think they're testing it with some people. I know anyone that was at Poshfest got access to it to just kind of test it out to see how it would work. But this is definitely a great new feature, and I've talked about it a couple months ago. I'm actually really excited to start using it to see how well it's going to help me. And you all also will learn that, again, this Smart List AI is going to help you really have some more success, because it's going to cover those things such as adding the brand name, the size, the color, and all that into your title and into your description pictures. And it's also going to help you with, you know, because it's all you have to do is take your photos and it's going to help you with your description. It's going to make the process a little bit more simple for you. So if you want to learn more about how that smart AI is going to work, you could definitely watch the video that I did recently, and that kind of covers a more in detailed you know, tutorial on what you have to do. This is just covering at a high level the features that are coming out. So I won't go into, you know, as much detail on it, but definitely when I get access to it, I will definitely make a video and kind of do a walkthrough with you guys to show you exactly how it works. Okay, another one that kind of goes hand in hand with the Smart List AI, and something else that I'm really excited for is listing templates. Because I know a lot of people who like save a template in like another app or in their notes app or things like that, and then pull it in every time they do a listing because they want their items to be consistent with their descriptions. But this is a great way for all your listings to look the same and have that consistent look and feel, and for you not to have to pull it in from another app or anything like that. So it's going to be built into Poshmark, and you can just pull in that template every time you do a listing, and you can generate that template to be exactly what you want. So it can have anything that you want in there. And it's going to make it look good, and it's going to make you not forget anything important into your descriptions. So I'm really excited to test this out, and I know a lot of other people are as well. So another feature that has been released recently is the listing streaks. So this has actually been, you know, dropped to Poshmark maybe about 2 months ago. I know for me, I'm on about an 8-week listing streak, and so I've already earned 2 rewards, and I know a lot of people have been earning their rewards over time. And I know one thing that we've all been talking about is how we wish the reward was a little bit better and a little bit more towards the actual seller. So they actually are releasing a you know, update and a better reward for those that are listing streaks or that are doing their listing streak, but I don't think it's really any better. I think it's kind of a neutral thing, but it's definitely a cool option. But basically, if you hit your listing streak, you're going to be able to change your app icon on your phone to a different color. And that color is it's going to change automatically when you hit that listing streak. Not that this is really that beneficial, it's just kind of cool and it's just different. And I don't know, I think it's, you know, it's something, and I don't know if it's really going to entice people to want to list more, but I kind of like the new color, so I'm okay with it. Okay, and the next new feature is actually just a way to use your brands filter and sort by what you like to make your shopping a little easier. So you can really sort by your brands and make it really easy to find what you are looking for by just simply filtering on the brands that you want, and then everything will come up in that category. Okay, so a offer to like or update is they are gonna tell you what the last offer that you sent was and to who it was sent to. So basically you'll get a little pop-up, and I'll show you what it looks like here, but you'll get a little pop-up that basically says this is the last price and offer that you sent out, and you know, you have to offer this price to be able to send an offer. Because a lot of the times when you send an offer, if it's not low enough, it'll say like, you know, offer a lower price to send the offer. And it's kind of annoying because you have to kind of guess what your last price was. This will tell you exactly what it was. So it really makes it easy, and you don't have to think twice about it. Okay, so another really big new feature that they've released is basically the idea of consignment. So I know a lot of us, including myself, have actually just sold for other people, and it's just a way for, you know, people that don't want to be on Poshmark and don't actually want to do the selling process, but they want to get rid of their items. I've just kind of, you know, taken their items and sold them for them and then given them the money. But there's a great new feature that they're releasing, and it's consignment. And basically what this is going to be is somebody that wants to sign up as, you know, a partner or a consigner will basically create a Poshmark account and say that they want to be a consigner, and they'll receive a big Poshmark like duffel bag or tote bag in the mail. And what they'll do is they'll fill it up with as much as they, you know, want to get rid of. And I think the lady mentioned that it fits about 50 items total, give or take. So basically you'll fill the bag up and you'll schedule through the app for the, you know, shipping to pick it up. And somebody will come pick it up from your door. So all you got to do is put it outside your door. They'll come pick it up for you, and they'll deliver it to somebody who has said that they want to be a consigner. The consigner and the consignee will both get money for the order, so it will work just like normal. So the person who's receiving the items will list them just the way that you normally would, and once they're all listed, the other person will get a notification, hey, all the items have been accounted for and they've all been listed. And then once you sell them, the profits will be split. Now, I'm not quite sure if that means that they're going to split them 50-50 or how that breakdown is going to work, or if you could pick that breakdown. I think it's a great way to get inventory for those who, you know, don't have a really good option to get inventory. So I'm actually excited for this, and I'm definitely going to sign up for it once it's in my area. I know right now they're just testing in, I think, San Jose and maybe a couple other small areas. And also I kind of hope that we're able to keep those Posh bags because they look really nice, and I don't know, I kind of liked it. So I don't know if that's going to be possible, but, or maybe if they're going to sell them too. And basically, if you want to be, you know, so if you don't want to be the consignor, you could be a closet partner, which is what like someone like me would be, for someone who would then get the inventory and then they would, you know, list it and then sell it. So there's the consignor and then there's the closet partner. Okay, so that is actually all the new features that I'm going to talk about in this video. I hope this was exciting for you, and I hope you are excited for these new features that are coming to Poshmark this year. Let me know down below which you are most excited about, and let me know which one you're probably not as excited about, because you know, some of these are exciting and some of them are just okay for me, but I'm definitely excited to see how some of these are, and definitely excited to try them out. If you are not subscribed, make sure that you are, because like I mentioned, I'm doing a video on Thursday that's going to be basically all the information that you need to have success on the platform. They're telling us stats that are going to really make it so easy for you to have success. So definitely don't make sure you miss that video. And also make sure you give this video a like if you liked it. And if you want to see the video where I talked about how to use the Smart AI feature and like the breakdown of it, you could click right here. And if you want to see another video on why we need to talk about what's happening on Poshmark recently and what has been happening and basically, you know, my thoughts on the year so far, you could click right here. But until next time, I will see you then.